Men with an anin girl as your profile picture. Why? My cousin's logic was that, because the enemy is distracted by the anim tiddy, they hesitate before shooting you in the head. My cousin was better than me at Counter-Strike, so I did not voice my many questions of this bit of lobby Q wisdom. Edit. Am bad at phrasing. This reminds me of when I played TF2, and you could set some titties as your in-game spray. Then you spray it on the wall, and wait with Cloak and Dagger for free backstabs. I used to use a kid's cartoon character in my online poker. No money, just fun mini tournaments. Profile. I selected it purely so that the other players would underestimate my gamma play and fall easier to my traps. Worked really well. I'm a jet pilot main in Battlefield 4. I set my clan tag to you, so when someone gets slaughtered they are slaughtered by a wannabe furry. Not actually a furry. My friend pointed out my name suggests it. Edit. My most upvoted comment is now about how I'm not a furry, but I act like one. I commissioned the piece I use for stuff. Gotta use it for something. Edit. Wow, this blew up out of nowhere. For those curious, this is the pick in question. It's not a character from anything. I wanted to commission my friend, but I didn't really watch anime at the time, so he drew my car as a waifu, kinda like a /r/mo-morphism thing. Artist is /u/mrapplespecimen. Go give him many updates. Out of all things that interest me, putting my actual face on gaming websites in my thumbnail has not been one of them. Seriously, what does exposing my real identity during online gaming achieve? I have to choose something else as a substitute though, so why not just the thing I've kept since high school? Some people only know me as the weeb in their list, so let's keep it simple for them. I guess I could choose, like, a dog or something, but that is either equally meaningless or less somehow meaningful to me. I don't want to talk about my pets when gaming. Mostly out of the irony, but secretly to rep my waifu. Edit. Here is your dictionary's definition of waifu for people who may not know. Definitions may vary from person to person. Waifu. Noun. Fandom slang. A fictional character from non-live action visual media, typically in anime, manga, or video game, that one is attracted to and considers a significant other. All my accounts on my computer were formerly my girlfriend's account until we moved in together and we started college. I just have never changed it because she was an artist and the drawing looked like her, so I just haven't changed it. BTW, we have been married for like 6.5 years and have one kid and another coming in 3 months. I had a boyfriend who came out as a woman 2 years into the relationship. They told me they always played female characters and used anime pictures because they wanted to feel cute. Definitely for me. I'm not trans, but I would definitely rather been born a girl. Plus I like cute shit. Sue me. Edit. Only to hate comments so far. I expected more. Thanks for the support, I guess, even though I don't think I understand it. Glad so many could relate though. More power to all of you. A girl from my gaming circle recently reached out to me, then we started messaging for hours. Before she had to go, she told me her IRL name, and lo and behold it was a guy's name. I was like, wow. Boo it, calm down. I mean, I myself am a woman with a masculine name. It could happen to anyone, right? Few days later, this person reached out to me again and invited me to play a game together. I just straight out asked if they were a dude or a girl, and yep, a dude for sure. Lol, he was using a girl's character in game. How the heck could I tell? At this point, my brain started rewinding to all our conversations. I recalled telling him to hop into the women's bath in Japan, and who knows what else. Lol, lesson learned. Don't judge the book by its cover. PS. We are still gaming together. I like cute shit, and I'm a weeb, so put both of them together, and I do shit like this. I would never use an anime profile pic on social media that people I know in real life would see. People online like to put profile pics that relates to stuff they like. Some of us use anime profile pictures because we like anime or a certain character. I would say it is similar to someone who uses their favorite sports team / player as a profile picture. For example, I used to be a big Halo and Star Wars fan, so I used profile pics related to both series. 10. I suppose you see people with all sorts of icons or emblems or fictional characters. On my Facebook friends list, there is a football badge. One has the emblem of the police department he works for. Another has a Barbie. I guess it's just part of what they think defines them as a person and they want to wear it as a badge of honor. It's unfortunate that an identity can be wrapped up in something far beyond reach, but as long as they are not hurting anyone, so be it. Because anime girls are cute. My reasoning is that if I'm going to look at something for a long time, it may as well be something I enjoy looking at. This is what I usually say in the r/tech and subreddit to explain why I mostly only play girls. It's not about wanting to be a girl, it's about enjoying looking at cute girls. For profile pictures in particular, it's also because I like the particular picture I may be using. That is, I think it's a good drawing/painting, and as such deserves to be looked at. 1. I like anime. 2. It means other people who like anime talk to me about anime. It's always nice to have a conversation with a random person who messages, just because you also have an anime pic. 3. Anime is the only thing I can actually talk about confidently for. Not exactly a profile pic. Wearing anime clothing in public also has the same effect. 3 AM at a Tesco. Security guard walks up and says, "I like your hoodie. You watching season 3? It's a Date Alive hoodie," before talking about anime for a while. It's always fun to have little conversations like this with people you don't know. So much better than having your existence completely ignored by everyone, where you may as well not exist in the first place. Basically my life, before I became a weeb. Well, I'm a woman with an anime boy as my profile picture, and on other sites I use an anime girl, but I'll answer the basic premise the question asks about. Specifically, the one I'm using right now. I only really do it to show my support for Todoroki from My Hero Academia, who is my absolute favorite, and also I really love the aesthetics of my profile picture, with the glammed up suit and the aging. In general, the best way to explain using an anime profile picture, it's like, some people use profile pictures of TV shows they like, of cartoons they like to meme, and even of their own faces. We like to put our best foot forward, or sometimes our worst foot, just for kicks, and I just happen to enjoy anime enough to consider it aesthetically pleasing, and also representative of a lot of my interests in general. This is a ridiculous thread. I know I'm mega late to the party, so my comment has no visibility, but I feel like no one actually addressed what's going on here properly. There's a large number of people here who aren't satisfied with the answers being given, because there's only one answer they're specifically looking for. I'm actually a closet trans. Although that is definitely the case with a sizable number of people, it's incredibly silly for the question to be asked at all. There's no actual distinction between anime girls as your profile picture and literally anything that isn't your own face. There are various answers, but at the end of the day the most common answer would be I want my avatar to show something I really like. I've seen people with avatars of their favorite celebrities/characters. Do they wish they were that person? I doubt most people have those thoughts going through their minds when choosing that picture. I've seen people pick animals. They certainly don't want to be an animal. I once saw a guy who has a taco as his profile picture. Men with animals as your profile pictures. Why? Hey man who has a taco as your profile. Why? Is a girl who uses their favorite doctor who as their profile picture now egg_viral? Or are they just using their profile picture as the quickest and easiest platform to show other people your interests? Having things you like, enjoy, or are things you think are cool represent you as the forefront of your online presence is normal. But also I support trans rights, don't sue me if that is your reason too. Just a main character from one of my favorite series, and looks cool. In other words, it's my choice. Whatever people don't like about people with anime profile pictures, I feel the same about people that have scantily clad chicks as their profile pictures. Particularly if they are holding a gun or American flag. Why? I met a dude I would consider a pretty close friend at the moment due to him having an anime profile picture that I recognized. Yo, is that 02? Yeah man, and we been homies since. Side note, no, none of my profile pictures have been of hentai. I would also like to argue that you have no need to sound so incriminating about it. It's our choice. They're cute and I like it. Also I'm not comfortable showing my actual face to the online public, so that's self-eyes out. I also have no desire to make any sort of message about my political leanings or my preference of sports teams my avatar, so that's most logos/abstract imagery out as well. I'm not much of an animal guy either, so putting a dog or cat as my profile picture would be facetious. It's really no different than what other people have as reasons for using something like the logo of their favorite band or whatever as their profile picture. That's about it. I've never used one because I think it's cringy, but more often than not I prefer playing as female characters or avatars in games in general. I'm not the roleplay kind of person. I've always been honest about my gender to anybody who asked. Maybe I've trolled people for a few minutes, but nothing that has gotten out of hand. So honestly, I think I just do it because it's often more comfortable for me to be in the presence of a girl or a female character than in the presence of a male one. I wouldn't feel manlier because I'm playing as some edgy demon guy with a scythe, as I wouldn't feel girlier if I did the same with a big boobed mage with little clothing. I just come to enjoy more watching, listening to and developing my female character than I would a male one. I know it's a bit off topic, but I feel like it may answer some other similar questions people might have. This doesn't annoy me as much as the various fan pages on Twitter. I view those people as psychopaths. If Cardi B changed her profile pic, those fan pages have the same on in 2 minutes. It's fucking weird to me.